FM Talk, the 102.7 Talk you can't ignore. It's Opie and Anthony. Hey, if you want in on our stupid radio show, give us a call, 212-757-1027. It's filled with a bunch of nonsense, this radio show.
Of course.
But we like it.
Nonsense is good.
I hope you do, too. Our first female, Amy.
Hello.
We like putting the women right on the radio, so...
okay, well, good to know.
Please,
no waiting.
Yeah, no waiting for the ladies, because most of you guys are scared of us.
No.
All right, Amy, what do you have for the show today?
This was bad. I was in high school, and I was a freshman, and, working on being popular, all the games you play in high school. And I come home one day, and my mom's like, oh, listen, this is really sad. I ran into Mrs. So-and-so at the supermarket, and, her son doesn't have a date to the senior prom. So I told her to just tell him to have you go with him. And it will be great. He's a really nice guy. Well, he's like the dorkiest guy in the entire high school. I'm like, Mom,
got
you can't do
your prom
this.
date.
I'm like, you can't do this, Mom. I'm a freshman. I don't even want to go to the senior prom. I can't do this. This could ruin my social career. She's like, no, you got to do this. This is awful.
My mom used to try to set me up with the bank tellers at her bank.
Oh, that's cute.
And
that was nice. And
it was
mom's trying to say,
know what's weird about moms? What they think is cute and what you think is cute is two different things.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's this lovely, cute little girl at the bank, and I think you guys would be perfect together. So you finally go in with her,
Great, because she can make small talk with your mom.
Yeah. She can make small talk with my mom, so I should be dating her.
Yeah.
It's like, Mom, I'm looking for something more in a hose bag at this time of my life.
Yeah.
My mom was just known for that. She worked all the time, so she was, always trying to do extra things to, help you out socially. She packed my sister's lunch. And my sister comes home crying from school. She was sent home. She went to Catholic school. My mom had packed her lunch. And you know how you would wrap up sodas in tinfoil?
Yeah.
She wrapped up a can of beer by accident. My sister got sent home from school.
Rock.
No, that's a cool mom.
It's like peanut butter and jelly and bud.
I never had the cool lunch.
No.
I was always the guy trying to upgrade my lunch with my pals.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I never wanted to do that because I was skeeved out by anyone else's, mom's hands touching the food.
Wow.
They always, you want to trade this sandwich? I'm like, your skeevy mom's hands all over this thing?
I get like a bruised apple for snack, and my buds would have, homemade chocolate chip cookies or homemade brownies. I'm like, come on, man. Trade.
And I know the horror you went through with the school lunch, dude. But especially with the bag. I never wanted the brown bag. I never wanted the little brown bag. I wanted a lunchbox. And every year, damn it, I got a lunchbox. I had my Lost in Space lunchbox.
One of my brothers should call up.
With the thermos, but I remember...
Because you're hitting a real soft spot in my family.
You should just hear what Opie had to go to school with for his lunch. The bags...
We were so poor.
You're poor, Opie. We were so poor.
I'll tell you the story. Yeah, like Anthony said, everyone...
Think how embarrassing this is.
It's the Big King Cullen. I'll tell the story, you ass.
I'm the Big King Cullen.
If my brother calls it...
That's great. How embarrassing.
He would be suicidal to tell the story on the air. But basically, like Ann said, all your friends had the cool lunch boxes, maybe I don't know, the Brady Bunch, lunchbox or the Scooby-Doo lunchbox.
Yeah, open it up. You got your little thermos in there for your little fruit cup or something.
Right.
And your drink and your sandwich all nice and wrapped.
Sure.
And then if you didn't have the lunchbox or you didn't want one, you could go to the store and buy the little lunch bag.
No, I'll explain. The lunchbox were given to the kids whose moms really cared. Okay?
Right.
Then you had the kids that came in, like you said, with the small brown lunch bag.
You could go to this store and buy a big stack of those.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, it cost too much money to get the small brown paper bags for my lunch. See, we were so poor. Like Rick guessed about 2 minutes ago, my goddamn lunch, a lousy peanut butter and jelly sandwich and a bruised apple were...
That's it? It was just like two little things?
We're in a huge Walbaum's paper bag.
The one they pack the groceries in. And then what was What was your carrying style? Would you carry the whole thing or roll it? So it's just like the big bottom of the bag and this huge rolled up?
It gets worse. It gets worse. We brought the bags home afterwards.
So you had to fold them up
and bring them home.
Oh, that's pretty bad, man.
So we could put the book covers on our textbooks.
You made them out of the paper bags.
Yeah, so like my science textbook had a big, huge wall bounds on the front, while my friends had the cool Star Trek book covers. So they were dual purpose, Anthony. They were used to carry my lousy sandwich and bruised apple to school, and then we had to bring them home so we could make book covers.
Did it have your name written on it, too?
Opie.
Because then when you leave that with your coat, over, you have your whole thing set up.
Yeah, where you have
everybody knows it's your bag if your name's on it.
Oh, the big shopping bag.
I knew my brother would call. He's a bitter man. Elmo.
Hey.
What's up, man?
Is this a nightmare or what?
Why are you bringing this up? It gets dark at 4 o'clock. I'm already suicidal, and you have to bring that up. I mean, we would take these huge, like, King Kong bags and roll the top down and fold them and do whatever we could to try to mimic the smaller bags so we looked normal. But once I also got a cement bag from Dad.
Wait a minute.
One of those huge cement bags. We were done doing the sidewalks around the house.
Like a Sacrete bag or something?
Yeah, one of those huge bags. Because my dad...
Still had powder in it?
So we put the food in that and rolled it up. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. It was unbelievable.
Trust me, my brother says it. It happened. It happened.
I'm dying for you. A cement bag.
This is like the shame of our family. I still can't go shopping and get paper. I always have to go plastic just to erase the memory.
Elmo, you notice how like Ant's telling all his horror stories from growing up, and I'm keeping my mouth shut.
I know. I'm like, oh my God, that's like going to a spa.
I'm just biting my lip because I don't want to have a nervous breakdown live on the air.
Oh, come on, unload. It'll make you feel better.
Tell Anthony about the sugar and margarine sandwiches at Grandma's house.
Oh, a delicacy.
What are they feeding the kids?
I'm diabetic now. I wonder why.
Oh, my God. He is, too. What did they do?
Well, my grandma had a beach house out there in Wading River. And
that sounds pretty fancy.
No,
it was fancy.
It was a nice.
It was great.
It was a great little house.
Great.
And I don't know. She had about 40 grandkids, Elms?
At least.
So she would just break out a loaf of Wonder Bread, just on the table, quick margarine, all the way down. She'd make like 20 sandwiches at a time, and then just pour sugar on the
and
butter.
Give it to kids.
And give it to us.
And
yeah.
give it to kids.
Yeah.
Like they weren't wired enough.
And then we bounce around, bing, bing, bing.
And we go outside to get fried by the sun because we didn't wear sunscreen.
Wait a minute, they wouldn't put sunscreen on you?
I'll tell the whole story, man. Come on.
Kids on crank getting burned.
Yeah.
Everything you say. All right, number one, we go swimming in the ocean without any kind of supervision when we're like 3. We'd have no suntan lotion. We'd be eating sugar. I mean, it was just paradise.
And then we would be so burnt from the sun that we couldn't move, right?
Right.
And what did we have to sleep in at night?
The army blankets with the sand. It was like reclining on sandpaper.
Those old, army blankets, the real rough ones?
Yeah, those dark green blankets.
And we used to make tents out of them.
And we're talking, we were so sunburned, like our eyelids were red, and like our underarms were red.
Right? We'd have to sleep on top of sand.
And then we'd have to sleep in these army cots with an army blanket. We might as well have been sleeping, on insulation. Because it was the same feeling between the army blanket and the sand that happened to be there from the last person that slept in the army cot.
And if it wasn't sand, then it was full of sugar, which has the same effect.
Oh, my God, that's some upbringing.
It was great, yeah.
Oh,
it was great.
All I wanted was like the lousy little brown lunch
bag. Little sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I practically have to like stick people up, not for the lunch money, but for their lunch bag. Like, give me the bag.
The last thing you wanted to do going to school was look different.
Exactly.
Swear to God, you just wanted to conform, fit in, so no one would give you crap. Because the second you try to do something different, you're marked an outcast.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
And if you're the big lunch bag guy, people calling you the big lunch bag guy. The cement lunch bag guy's even worse.
That's the truth.
But in the winter, like, I wouldn't wear my jacket because I'd use it to camouflage the huge lunch bag. So now I go home with a cold. It's just it's a nightmare.
It was interesting.
All I wanted was the sandwich.
Remember the kid in school in the cafeteria that might as well have been the drug dealer? He came in with the little plastic baggie of chocolate for the chocolate milk. It was like this powder stuff, and everyone would gather around. Man, put a little in my milk, man. Put a little in. Well, what you got, man? What do you have for me? I'm the chocolate man. Here we go, kids. I got chocolate. And like his buddies would all, just I keep a little for my head, and then I get rid of the rest.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
The chocolate milk kid, ruled. I never got the chocolate milk.
You kidding me? I remember that.
And he would, dole it out to his buddies so that the milk it was still like the color of milk, just vaguely browner. Like, yeah, we're drinking chocolate milk and you suck. Wow, I do suck.
I tried to trade the bruised apple or the bruised pear for that, but it never worked for some reason.
No.
I mean,
fruit was a very low commodity on the ladder.
Elms, when we were growing up, why were our apples so damn bruised?
Because they had so much room to bounce around in those lunch bags.
All right,
All right, I'm going to go slit my wrist now.